Hello and welcome back to the On the Rest of and to an edition of AEW Collision Out of 10. The last collision before Allout taking place this weekend, and of course the first collision since AllIn. But you know, it kind of a long way in the rearview mirror now. We got a big main event, Dax taking on Jay White, but before that we had several stuff, including the opening segment where Tony Khan revealed that CM Punk had been released from his AEW contract due to a backstage incident at AllIn. He said this is the first time he ever felt unsafe at work and led to a difficult choice. Of course, major news, and we'll be breaking it down in a different video on the channel. But yeah, let's start the show off properly with Ricky Starks coming to the ring with Big Bill at his side and a weight belt in his hand for an interview with Tony Schiavone. The Absolute One issued a challenge for Steamboat for a strap match at All Out. The Dragon came out with contact in hand and said he wanted to do this old school, but then he revealed he had someone else with him and brought out the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. We then have Starks v Danielson in a strap match at All Out. This was a good match and hopefully wasn't too drowned out by CM Punk charts and all that. But Danielson coming out at short notice, obviously with the whole Punk stuff, no longer can happen. It feels like a suitable replacement, and yeah, great to see Danielson back. Steamboat playing into storyline nicely. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame with everything going on in the background, but I think they kind of recovered it as best as they can. The Acclaim then took on, formerly the JAS, Garcia, Menard and Parker. The match started off with a lot of goofy antics thanks to Garcia and Gunn having a little fun with each other. It got serious when Parker and Menard got involved and helped Garcia out in the squared circle. While the match may have started with some fun moments to pop the crowd, it eventually turned into a solid trios match that showcased the abilities of both these teams. Cass got the win for his team with a Mike Chuck elbow to end a decent encounter. So yeah, 6 out of 10 from me. Not bad stuff. The Acclaim getting the victory, kind of what we all expected. And yeah, all about finding a place for the former JAS. Now they haven't, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what direction they're going. But you know, it wasn't bad stuff. Aussie opened and took on Nick Wayne and Commander. After scoring a win alongside the King on Rampage, Wayne was back in action with Commander to take on Fletcher and Davis. The 18-year-old was getting taken to go until he tagged a high fire, and he was able to get some great offense in before Fletcher took him down with power on. Both teams had plenty of ability to make sure they weren't able to hit some double team spots, and all good form and got their chance to shine. Wayne looked good and clearly have been gaining much more confidence with each match. Commander looks impressive in every outing so far. However, all the Open just had that Sergeant experience to overcome them. Davis and Fletcher scored the win, helping bounce back after losing tag titles. Alan is trying to explain to Wayne why he gave AO Fox so quickly, but Wayne couldn't respond. Chris and Kay showed up with Luchasaurus, and it built the tensions there ahead of Sunday. So yeah, this worked really nicely. Multiple different angles at play here. Wayne looking impressive, all 4 men looking impressive, creating a really good match. And yeah, the storyline element as well, which I think is tying in nicely as well to the overall thing. So yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. This was good stuff. 6 women's tag team action was out next. Before that, Dennis Rodman had a segment with Jeff Jarrett and his crew. This led to Acclaim coming out and saying they would defend the trios title against Jeff Jarrett and his crew. Don't really know where Rodman fit into it, but it's nice to see him, I guess. But anyway, it was the Outcast taking on Baker, Statlander and Shida in the trios bout. The TBS champion took control early and taunted the challenger all out while dominating Storm. Once Statlander tagged out, the Outcasts were able to get a little more offense in against Baker and Shida. All 6 of these women have been intertwined for weeks. So this dealt with good storylines at once. Everyone looked good on display without overshadowing the women's title storyline. It felt like we were going to see about every combination of opponents before Soho scored the win on Baker thanks to some help from Saraya and her spray bottle. The finish was repetitive, especially after what we saw at AllIn, but most of the match was decent. So yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Kind of worked nicely for what it was. The Outcast getting the win. And instant doubt over their future as a stable, really. But you know, not a bad match, and settle up the TBS title match for tomorrow. The main event of the night was Jay White versus Dax Harwood, but it was preceded by Cole talking about his upcoming title match with MJF against Dark Order, and then Powerhouse squashed the guy and confronted by Miro. But yeah, that's basically 2 quick segments that went exactly how you expect them to go. But anyway, moving to the main event, the Guns and Juice Robinson were with White, but Harwood had Cash Wheelers to try and keep things clean. The match had a little match going in the outside of the heart of the ring, but for the most part was the best choice to book for the main event. White and Dax were both great at what they do, so they had no problem churning out a great performance. White was able to get the win by hitting the Blade Runner to win a fantastic match, and yeah, it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. This was a really good match, fast paced, great match, obviously setting up the 8-way match we're getting, and yeah, I think it's definitely leading to an FTR Verdict Card Gold, really big for you for the tag titles, not that I haven't got it already, but even more so. But yeah, it gets an 8 out of 10 for me. This is a great stuff, and definitely parts of the match. And overall this week, Collision gets 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think definitely elevated by that great match to finish things off. But yeah, I mean, on the whole, a really good episode of Collision. I think built up to All Out well. Definitely got the extra build that was needed, and I think that's the benefit of really having 2 shows per week, isn't it? But anyway, guys, that's it for video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Don't stop every day. You wrestling and subscribe. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.